Well, hi Holy Names community. I'm here to tell the story about my 8th grade lunch group. My 8th grade lunch group was a group of kids who were trying to sit around a certain table, and I gotta tell you, it wasn't the cool table, it wasn't the jock table, it was kind of the leftover table. We had nowhere else to go if we couldn't sit at that table. You know, there are a lot of people in 8th grade who feel that way, so we got too many boys around this table. Of course it was all boys. It's 8th grade. And so we got too many people around the table and we couldn't fit our lunches on the table. So we had to come up with a solution about who could sit at the table and who couldn't. And being bright 8th grade boys from Long Island, we came up with this idea. We'd have a vote. And the person who was voted least popular would be kicked off the table. And to be fair, I was all on board. I thought this is a good idea until we had the vote. And I won. I won and they kicked me off the table. It was one of the most devastating moments of my life. The next day, realizing I had nowhere else to go, I took my brown paper bag that my mom had written Bob on with a smiley face, smiling ironically at me. And I walked over, Charlie Brown style, to the side tables where there's only room for 2. I was prepared to eat lunch by myself for the rest of my life. And then my friend Larry, one of the most popular kids at the table, he came over, put his lunch, sat down with me and said, I won't go back there until they take us both together. And we were best friends. And I am the godfather of his only son. So be a Larry. To be a Larry, you need to have eyesight. You need to see who needs help, who's alone, who feels isolated, who does not belong. To be a Larry, then you have to correct that. You gotta let people know they're loved and cared for and indeed belong. To be a Larry is you have to see the Christ in everyone and stand up when it's wrong. My friend Larry is gonna be thrilled you're doing this. I'm thrilled you're doing this too. Because if we can all be Larrys to each other, how would we not have peace in the world?